Jinx, you owe me.
I didn't say anything.
You came here at the same time I did.
That's not a jinx-worthy
Yeah,
moment.
that's a jinx. We came together. One brain cell.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. You know, I keep forgetting to do something to you, manager.
Huh?
I keep forgetting to fucking send you the images that I've sent to Twitter to show that I do art shit. I should probably... Did I do something today for art shit?
Did you art shit?
Oh, I'm no art.
But yeah, Tempest, I think, and I talked to the guys in our meeting. I think I'm going to move my streaming from kind of game focused to more podcast / enjoyment talking focus. We'll play games obviously when we have nothing to do or if it's just a few of us, but then that's what mine is going to be kind of focused on.
You'll become a versus debater.
Well, that and that just a podcast talking nerd news stuff like that. I mean, shit, talking about how we did with Hasbro. I mean, that's pretty fun.
Oh, you're talking about CrankShaft.
I swear to all that is holy, I will pimp slap you until next week.
Which hand? Your strong hand?
I'm going with the strong hand here. Right hand it is.
Hey,
Should I call you Pimp Daddy Manager?
Damn right. All right.
I gotta make sure I'm not. There we go. Gotta have your stream muted. I hate hearing like myself twice.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't either.
How sane are you? I have 3 managers stream up and they're all unmuted.
Oh God.
I'm so sorry.
And I've forcibly made it so they all have a delay off of each other.
Oh,
Each of them have like a 2-second delay.
why do you do that to yourself? Oh my God, that sounds like torture.
Honestly, thinking about that does sound horrendous.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is there you are.
Who
Put you
aware what?
here.
I'm looking at your like.
Oh, I did
Monster
give him
Hunter
staff.
outfit again,
Okay, cool.
And I'm not excited to make your fucking thing.
Make what thing?
So I told everybody in the Ants crew to tell me what they want for a Halloween reactive image because I did it for them last year or the year before. I forgot which one. And I thought, like, sure, I'll do it again. Tickums already told me what they wanted. I'd finished it. I have to work on mine. I still don't know what I want. Robo has no idea what they want either. And then Fingar showed me his Monster Hunter character, and I'm like, I see. Okay. A heavily detailed armor with a lot of variation colors turns into a chibi form.
And you said this is a holiday?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh.
I'm doing Halloween reactive images again.
You could just do a manager holding a mask. I could send you the picture that Luna got designed for me.
Yeah, send it. Send it.
I will say it is AI generated because
I don't care.
we don't have that many artists. I will firmly say to everybody, I don't like AI stuff, but we're poor.
I don't give a shit. As long as you don't try selling it and saying, I made this myself, I don't give a
Nope,
shit.
I refuse to do that, and I refuse to use
Yeah, my
AI
profile
stuff.
picture right now is AI right now, but
Where is this?
but that's just because like it's literally just there for my profile picture.
Well, I mean, Ints will never do AI generated stuff in our own art and everything that we sell and we do, but we'll use AI for that stuff.
Speaking of which, Robo, did you say like there's these people who have been using generated pictures for their like images for like manhwas or manhwas, which one?
Yeah, some manhwas have started to utilize like AI art for their shit, and it's actually really telling about it, but it's gross to look at.
Yeah.
Because you'll have like different. So you go like chapter 1, okay, the character looks okay. Chapter like 8, I'm pretty sure this is a different main character.
They have different hair colors. Are you sure they're the same person?
Oh, there it is. There you go. Except for that one's an old one. I have me with a new one.
Do you want me to draw you just a profile picture?
Hey, if you want to. That's the old one that I have. This one I like. However, she built me a new one, but I can't find it. It's with a beard and white gloves.
Is it still the protagonist? If you know what I'm talking about?
Excuse me. No, we can see his face.
No, I was saying, is it still the protagonist? Like, look.
Yeah.
I really like that one. I don't know why you hated that VTuber model. It was fun.
Oh, you talking about the one that had the squiggly lines?
No, the one where you were pretty. Okay, you don't care. So, it was when you had the hentai protagonist VTuber model.
That's what I'm saying. I see his face. I told you
Yeah,
that.
it is. So here's it. I'll send it to
I
you.
fucking love that so much.
Yeah,
I'm
it got
gonna
an
be honest.
upgrade.
Send.
There you go.
Where are you sending? Are you sending it?
Oh, I'm sending it to Roderick.
Okay.
Okay, you sent it to me too. I kind of want to see now.
Alright. I kind of got a little bit of an upgrade.
What does the hand throw? Oh, it's so veiny. That's why it throws me off.
Yeah, it's AI. That I remember it's AI. It has its weird.
I know.
weird
I was looking.
shit.
I was like, why is this pissing me off? And I was like, oh, I see why.
That's why. I can't find the other one. I think it might be on my phone. That's probably why.
Do you want a ferret on your shoulder?
Yes, I do like my favorite.
Question: one ferret or two ferret? Because we have two.
Oh, one.
Just one. Okay, got you. Uno mas.
I liked Zeus. Don't get me wrong, but Fizzle was like,
He was your first. You know.
well, more or less of. Zeus was like, I don't give two shits about you. Leave me the fuck alone. Where Fizzle was like, as soon as he got out of the cage, he literally would just run up, find me, and then plop down until I picked him up. And if I didn't
Love
pick
me.
him up, he would plop on my foot and be like, "You are
Love
not
me.
moving your foot until you pick me up, motherfucker."
Love me. Yeah, he was very like very needy, but it was cute needy.
Oh yeah.
And very affectionate.
That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
Oh, I guess I don't have that picture anymore. Oh well, it's all right. But yeah. I mean, AI art is very, very easy to do. That's why I don't particularly like it. Plus, as Roderick says, it does not do really well with its proportions and stuff like that. It usually
Yeah.
fucks up with the eyes, and it's just small things.
Well, you don't want hands twice as big as they should
Well,
be.
it's
You
also
don't
the
want
fact that
6 fingers.
if you look at one of the pictures I sent you,
Fingers, 3
which is
toes.
well, if you look at the picture I sent you, it has shotgun shells flying around. I don't know why we have shotgun shells flying around.
Listen, it's part of this company. It makes sense.
And there's also a picture of a dog in the world. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, I did. I did.
I don't particularly know.
That is a veiny hand. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know it's very veiny.
So
Yeah.
1 finger, 2, 3, 4, half of a finger, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you have 4 on your right hand, and then 4.5 on the left hand.
hmm
Wait,
It looks like he has 2 thumbs on his left hand on the second one.
That's the one I was looking at.
What's
It's
up?
4.5.
Hi, Luna. Are you here for shit shaft Sundays?
And then
Not
the
sure,
one,
why not?
It's not even Sunday. What the fuck?
my
God, I
name.
wanna hurt you all.
and then the one with the world, I can.
So
It is. They tried doing. Sorry, the first one. The first one, yeah, it looks like they were trying to do rockets, and it just ended up being shotgun shells.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't particularly understand the shotgun shells. I love the
Like-
picture, but
Like not even, not even like the bullets, like the literal shell.
Those shotgun shells are going the wrong way.
Yeah, they are. They're going towards the earth.
No, the copper's facing the wrong way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the fire is going in opposite both directions. It's actually spinning.
Oh, these squares make a circle, they say.
Yep.
like I said, again, I love the picture that Luna made for me with the AI, but man, is it,
Yeah,
you know, the more you
Yeah,
look
just-
at it, the more it's like, this is weird.
It has its moments.
One of them looks like a lipstick just being launched out away.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. We're going to go with Rimuru Tempest versus Anos Voldigoad.
Voldemort.
Voldigoad. It's literally Voldigoad. It's the best
Yes.
fucking name.
Yes, his name is Voldemort. Don't worry about it.
No, I
You've
missed
seen the intro. Like, come on. His intro into the series was fantastic.
Oh,
I-
yeah, it's amazing.
It does. When I did hear it, I did think Voldemort, so I will give you that one.
Yeah, I was say we think alike. I know.
Immediate
for a fact
win
you fuck
for
about it.
immediate win for the Voldemort. Okay.
Because he has no nose. You can never get the.
Oh no, Anos has a
What's he
nose.
barking at?
I don't know. What am I barking at?
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, yes,
You
Luna
do
will
that
go
enough,
figure out.
Vanguard, and you're gonna make Willis act out.
He's laying right now next to me.
Not for long.
What? Are you gonna steal my dog?
No,
She would steal the dog.
You're gonna
I
do a
would.
little bit of whoa, whoa, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, you talking shit about me again, bro?"
I would kidnap a dog if I saw like someone just left it there. It's called free dibs.
Oh yeah, she just left your dog laying around because you didn't, constantly pick him up.
So
Hey,
my
listen,
first,
if you're not taking care of the dog, I could.
my first point on the verses, coming off the bat on who is more badass at the very beginning, Anos Voldigoad talked when he was literally a baby.
Yeah, no, like Anos. So if we're gonna talk about favorites, Anos, I do like Anos more than I do Rimuru.
Rimuru.
And the only reason why is like Anos is like, I am the demon god. I resurrected and I am back. And I fucking love my parents so damn much. Like most of the protagonists are always like, fuck you, mom and dad, I'm leaving this place. Anos
Right.
is like, I will protect my family. You hurt my mom.
I'm gonna fuck you.
I'm
up now.
going to make your life horrible. I'm going to make you a half demon, and you're going to live like that, and you're going to suffer. It's like just because you hurt my mom.
She couldn't even die.
No.
That was also the worst part.
Like I will immediately give the thing like I love his character development so much more because like he is a badass in the sense Rimuru is a badass. Don't get me wrong; they're both fucking
It took him a
badasses.
minute to become a badass, though.
Rimuru kind of became a badass because the world was more harsh to him, and his mindset is like, I wanted to live happy-go-lucky and build a monster world, and the whole world's like, no, we don't like monsters because they're scary and evil and mean, so we're going to go ahead and start killing them all. And so Rimuru became a badass over time, where Anos is like,
I've been that.
I've
This
been
is what
that.
I've been.
I mean, Roderick said it better. I started talking the moment I came out of the womb. Because my father's amazing. I just love the father's thing of my son's so proud comes home with 3 girls. I'm so proud of my son.
He's going far in the world.
I know, his parents were so supportive, and it was amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Like he had the best parents. Like let's just take a second to say that he has the best parents in majority of the anime.
I'll be honest with you, because you know how they say the parents usually make the hero the villain and like make him bad, dude. If anything happened to them, he would automatically become a villain.
Oh,
He
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
did when his mom got hurt. He's like, fucking came out swinging.
Yeah, I know, and that's a big thing for them. So like, both of these characters are big into like family and friends. Like they are super big into like I will protect the ones that I love, and I will slaughter anyone who dares harm them. And I think that plays a big key into their battle. So to be perfectly honest with you, like we're forcing these two to battle. But I don't.
Because no. Here's the thing. I think they would only battle each other as like mock like friends. Like, hey, I'm bored. Yeah, me too. Let's just you want to duke it out? Sure.
Yeah, because I don't see like out of the battle, because the battle is fun. Outside of the battle, these two would be bestest of friends.
Yeah.
Either that, or they would literally just be like, I have a monster kingdom, or I have a demon kingdom.
Mine's better than yours.
You stay on that line, I'll stay on this line.
No.
What you mean that the nuh-uh. Wait. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We lost somebody, by the way.
Yeah, Luna left.
Damn it. Not again. Leaving me alone at Walmart again. I feel like I should get better.
Also, Roderick, what's this Bowgun's user's name?
Oh man, that's a name I should never have looked at it in my life.
My leg.
I just read it.
No, nope.
All right.
I don't think that's a name allowed on Twitch.
Probably not.
So coming out of the woodworks, we're gonna give both of them their peak power. And right now, I'm looking at
So
one
isn't
thing
his
that
peak
might.
power for...
Pardon?
Isn't like Rimuru have gluttony or something? So he like kind of has the up for that.
Well, we also have to
He has
discuss whether or
multiple
not we're
different
doing.
things.
We also have to discuss whether or not we're doing light novel Rimuru or anime.
We're doing anime or light novel, Because if I don't do light novel, Anos wins.
Way more handedly.
Way
Also fair.
more
Okay,
handily.
I just wanted to be able to make that distinction.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're doing that. So the problem yeah, here it is. Okay, so this is where shit gets fun, and this is where I start to get excited because screw all the other battle places that they don't bring this up. They both have power nullification. This is where shit gets really, really fun because they
Let's
can
just
both
duke
just
it out.
nullify each other's power to the point where they're just not. Now this is the battle of the hacks. Because you always have to start the battle by who has power nullification and who has power resistance, because they're two different things.
They
All
both
Might
have
showed
power
us that one.
nullification, and then I think power like negation too. Like so, it's hard to shut off their powers individually, but then
And that's where the battle of the hacks is going to start, and that's where it gets fun, because Rimuru does have one thing over Anos, which is gluttony.
Yeah, this is gonna say gluttony would give him a better chance.
Well, it evolves into a different name. It's like Beelzebub something.
Either way, my statement still stands that that ability helps him out a lot.
Yeah. But if we're going, if I was just saying, if we're going off of light novel, it does have like I think 2 evolved names. The third one, I believe, I know it gets evolved into Beelzebub when he becomes a demon lord. I think there was another evolution to it in the manga / light novel later on, past what the anime showed.
And see, this is where my favorite thing comes in as well, is Rimuru has immortality, whereas Anos has immortality and negation. So it's like, I have immortality.
Both have immortality in negation.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that on Rimuru too.
And it's like, okay, cool.
Anos' whole thing is rule breaking.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So it comes down to the battle of the hacks. Like, I feel like this is going to be a very close 50-50. Again, and I love these 50-50s. I will say Roderick is right in the one sense. Anos is very destructive. I feel like he has, from what I remember about Rimuru, Anos is more of the battlefield is going to be craters in front of me, where Rimuru is more of the finite tactical power.
Yeah, one cares about the resources of the land, the other one says, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, fuck this shit, we balling.
Yeah.
I'll recreate that.
Now, not to give discredit to Rimuru, he does have a lot of power.
Yeah, but he's more mindful, which actually, in fights like this against somebody who's at the same level as you with that kind of powerness, is kind of a hindrance than a help.
So we could say, to balance that out, there could be
they're just in a stadium of gives no fuck kind of thing.
Well, it could be like a neutral zone. Like, there's nothing there for either of them to gain.
Yeah, they're in a space of not giving a shit about civilization. Preservation
versus playground. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like Rimuru, Anos is, and the thing is we talked about this a little bit last night because Fingar brought it up and Roderick also brought it up. I can't remember which of the 3 of us brought it up, but we ran off on this. Rimuru will take this 1,000 times serious the moment the battle gets started. Whereas Anos is like, I am going to have fun until I need to get serious.
Yeah. One other cool thing that I will give to Rimuru, he has his spirit within his head that in the light novel, I know, in the manga, it acts in a sense like a separate consciousness that can act simultaneously, but it also processes information like within like a millionth of a second. It's like having an internal supercomputer, but
at his disposal.
Yeah, at his disposal. Like, he processes information for because he's fought against the dragon gods within the manga. If you that dragon Datara or whatever. I can't remember his name. Veldora. Veldora. He fought against Veldora and his siblings, who were basically, gods among themselves because they were created, like their father created them to each individually be like pillars of the world and to, could basically control every demon lord and god out there in a sense. And he fought against Veldora and his like sisters all at the same time when Veldora was captured by his sisters, and he had to fight them, and he was just having his other that other conscious, the one who is in the anime is the AI of the game, like of the game system thing, like the isekai, voice in his head basically. He was just having her fight for him on autopilot while he came up with a plan, because she went through like millions of different scenarios and couldn't think of something to counteract those two. So he was like, okay, let me give it a try. You take over the body for a little bit. And so he also he can process information incredibly fast, and he's an extremely intelligent person, especially on the battlefield.
Well, see, that's why I go back to Rimuru is such a tactician, where his mindset is I'm going to sit back, I'm going to study, I'm going to figure out. Like even when he was I can't remember her name. I think she was the dragon, or the younger girl. Very skimpy outfit.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she was like the dragon of destruction.
And she was like, his mindset is she's going to kill me. I need to figure out how to stop this, and literally, outsmarted her and thought of a process and used his mind to defeat her in the sense of just giving, I think, sweets or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the thing is that if they will have their armies, because they both have armies, the thing is that
I would give it to Rimuru's armory.
Unlike I will say one thing about their armies that are different than Corrin and Oryx is that Corrin and Oryx had an indefinite amount of soldiers. They're not infinity, but they're pretty much that close to just having an infinite amount of soldiers. These two don't. So that would be the fun part. So I think what we'll do for this one is I would like to keep it 1v1, because I do agree. I think Rimuru's army is going to beat Anos, and only because Rimuru's army evolves and levels up with him and still gets a fraction of his power, whereas Anos is his army is still powerful, but they're not demigod level, whereas every one of Rimuru's.
The power discrepancy in Anos' army is 99% him, 99.99% him, 0.01% his army.
Yeah. Hey, his homie, the hero, is pretty up there, man.
Oh yeah, 1%.
Well, so the problem about also having the army is that the thing is that I believe Anos would also just start tearing apart Rimuru's army while battling Rimuru, because again his abilities are more aggressive and more bombastic than Rimuru's.
I will say in defense of Rimuru's army, he does, for instance, the head Oni, the red-haired one, he becomes above a demon lord in terms of power himself.
Yeah.
And he's almost on par with Veldora.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to bring them in, because again it would be a unfair fight in that point in time, because Rimuru's armies are just built up with demigods and gods, or demigods and lesser gods, whereas Anos does have some heavy hitters. I mean, the girl tag team party he had, I mean, they had cannons and fortresses and shit like that, but I don't see them beating.
Realistically, I think he also has his own father, Ceres Voldigoad, technically. He does make other allies that aren't
no. His father doesn't join his army because his father wasn't a fighter.
His father was a master swordsman. Ceres?
Yeah, no, he was a master swordsman. But but would he come into? I mean, he could come into battle. And I was thinking that Anos does. Anos does have one thing that could actually turn the tide, and actually give him an edge in the battles. Is he has but I don't think he would use them, which is pretty much the female that cloned herself or was forced to clone herself 1 billion times. They have that one as well.
Yeah.
So he does have her, which is like 1 billion different like small little heroes. But again, I don't think we should bring in the armies, because then it's getting too technical and too
complicated.
Too complicated. Because again, I still, even though I feel Anos has a good amount of power behind him, the more I think about Rimuru, like even the new Pig Lord, I mean, he could probably solo quite a few of them just because of how powerful that motherfucker got.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Pig Lord guy, he became stronger than his father.
Yeah.
And his father was incredibly powerful in his own right.
Yeah, so I think we'll leave the armies out. Again, I will say both of them have heavy hitters. I think Rimuru has more heavy hitters, and that would just make the fight a bit more unfair, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll
'cause,
just
like-
specifically go with these two.
Yeah. No, I agree, because like the strongest person in Anos' army, I feel like, is the hero, and then maybe like the hero, his former right hand general, the Fairy King guy, the guy who became Fairy King. Like, I feel like those are the two strongest people in his army, and even then, I'd probably say by comparison, like Rimuru has, like you said, like 5 to 10 people probably on that same level as those two, if not stronger.
Yeah, and again, and that's the thing. It's like, again, it gets too muddy with having to look up every individual person's. Again, I will say for Khorne and for Oryx, the reason why I put both their armies in there, and I could put them in there or I could take them out, is because again, like they had infinite amount of soldiers, and Oryx had a boatload of high powerful soldiers that I firmly believe could go toe to toe with some of the Chaos gods, or not Chaos gods, Chaos Marines and stuff like that. Even if the Chaos Marines still won, they would still be slowed down, while Oryx is just going to town on Khorne, and Khorne going to town on they're literally both sludging it out, and stuff like that. So I firmly believe that that for this one we won't bring the armies in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like with those two, Oryx and Khorne, their armies is a part of like how they fight and all that sort of stuff too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're a part of their power. Like you can't talk about the Taken King without talking about his Taken army.
Exactly, and that comes into a big play, because again, I firmly believe Oryx would just go and start taking a whole bunch of fucking Space Marines and be like, "You got Chaos Space Marines, I have Space Marines myself," and throws them in there. All right, I love how we go back to chaos manipulation. Cannot escape chaos.
Chaos Emeralds.
Exactly.
That means they can fight Archie Sonic, right? Because they can do chaos control.
All right, so Rimuru has Resurrection, High God Overlord. True dragons could resurrect after destruction of their heart every time instance made of information, including information. So apparently he can resurrect himself, and he has cosmic awareness.
Yeah, I do remember he got he gets that pretty early on, I think. Like that's not like a super late power by comparison. Oh wait, no, the cosmic awareness, I think that is actually, never mind. I do think that was something he got in like the light novel specifically, but he always had something similar to it earlier on.
By the way, can I stop and say one thing that kind of irks me about all these big mashups is like these characters move faster than light. So it's like you have to stop and figure out, like, do they move faster than light? Yes, it's funny. Okay, so cool. Anos is faster than Rimuru. That's cool. But Rimuru has faster than light perception of speed. The fucking shit.
So his eyes can keep up, but
So he could definitely see himself
Like,
getting beat the
remember
shit
he-
out of.
his eyes can keep up, but not his body, is what that's pretty much saying.
Yeah.
Well, Rimuru. I'm pretty sure Rimuru has fought people who are faster than light in the light novel. It's more of like he's reacting to them, kind of thing. Whereas he's not. I don't remember if he. Like you said, he's not faster than light, though. I'm pretty sure he has fought people faster than light, and
He's able to react to them.
yeah, he's. I think he's supposed to be relative to light speed.
Okay, so we're gonna go down. I feel like this fight is going to be Anos being like right in Rimuru's face, because Anos feels like he has a whole bunch um, melee abilities. All right, so let's see here. Speed goes to Anos. Who is stronger? I want to say Anos is stronger, but I could be surprised.
I feel like he is, but I feel like Rimuru is more. He can endure more because remember he has no
I
pain.
think Rimuru has like a potential for a higher magical power. I will say that.
No. In terms of power, it's Rimuru.
Yeah, Anos is destructively more powerful because Anos has he's the concept of destruction. But Rimuru, I feel like, has more magical power overall and better magical power manipulation. Whereas Anos.
Well, it depends. Does Rimuru have magical items that he works with or no?
Yeah, he has his pocket dimension, so he can pull shit out.
Magical body pieces.
Yeah, because I think he has his mask that does something too.
That was the hero's mask. That wasn't actually magical. That was meant to. Remember she used that to cancel out her own stuff.
I think it does something. I just don't remember what.
It does do something. He had it remade and enchanted.
Okay, I'm about to say because originally it was meant to help her cancel out her stuff and survive longer.
Yeah, I got destroyed during a fight, I believe, and he had it remade.
It was the first time when he quote unquote kind of died.
Yeah, he got a few broken weapons, is what Tempest says.
Yeah.
So, just looking by their strength,
yeah. Now, in terms of actual weapons, I will give it to Anos. He has the better broken weapon because of his Sword of Destruction, which was made as a part of him.
So, looking at it now, Anos is stronger than Rimuru in terms of punching, but I will say that Rimuru has to be far more durable than.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's more powerful, but Rimuru's definitely more durable.
I feel like that cancels each other out.
Yeah, well, and Rimuru is more magically powerful than Anos. There is that. And both have reincarnation, negation, immortality, negation. So them reincarnating, resurrecting themselves or shit like that. If one of them got the kill, it would be a permanent thing.
Yeah, it would be a permanent thing, and I feel like these two would start to fight effectively to the death in a sense because they would see how powerful each other is as the fight gets on. So it would be more of a strike to the death.
It's like the idea of whoever strikes first is the kind of a winner kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's why, when we were talking about this a little bit yesterday, I was basically saying, if it came down to it, do you think Rimuru's upgraded Gluttony, because I remember it gets several name changes, it's Beelzebub and then something else, do you think that could beat out Anos's Eyes of Destruction?
That one's going to be the fun part. I haven't even gotten to their powers yet because that's just it's a whole nother level. Let me read up on the Eyes of Destruction because he has Eyes of Destruction, Mavur Eye of Destruction, Greater, and then the Magic Eye of Chaotic Destruction. All the powers of resistance of that one. So he has 3 upgraded versions of his damn eye.
Yeah, and one of the sisters had one of the basic versions, but she had I think the first level of the Eye of Destruction.
Yeah, but he has like upgraded versions too
Yeah,
of the same eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's that drunk caveman brought up. Like, he literally just reincarnated himself 2,000 years because he was just bored of the fighting. So, I mean, he has a fuck ton of power.
Yeah.
And technically, all the
Well, yeah,
powers
within their
that-
own worlds, they both have just a shit ton of like ridiculously a lot of power. But I was saying compared to each other, like
Okay, so his eyes are fucking broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep,
However, I haven't got to Rimuru yet, but his eyes are like has greater law manipulation, greater conceptual manipulation,
He can create,
greater power.
destroy. He can cancel out god powers. Literally, god powers. He can destroy the concept of a god.
All right, what resistance do you have? Because I know you have. Oh, he has conceptual manipulations. Okay, power nullification level 3, so he could just nullify powers. Mind manipulation, information manipulation, and conceptual manipulation. I said resistance 2. Okay, these are resistance 2. Okay, those eyes are actually fucking more broken than I thought they were.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the part that I was just gonna be like, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with that, because that was the
That was the
big part
only-
of his strength.
We might have to take those eyes away from him because he has that greater manipulation, and if he does, then I mean Rimuru has everything to break it, but if you know,
It's just so much though.
yeah, like it goes
Rimuru
from like
has
I
a
have
lot to
power
himself, too.
nullification versus I have greater power nullification. So it's like, I mean you both have it, but one has it higher. It's like hitting 2 fireballs, one 25% stronger. 25% stronger is gonna win.
That's why I literally
here's
said this is
the-
a battle of the first hit, first go.
Yeah, because like the Maw of Thunder Eyes can destroy gods and their order, and like that's kind of nuts because Rimuru is technically a god, right?
Yeah.
So he just removes his divine powers.
Well,
That
yes,
would
but then
downgrade him.
Rimuru has negation against
So-
having his powers manipulated like that. So, I get, like you're saying, it's
But
basically
he can destroy the concept of that magic nullification.
Yeah, if he
Rimuru
destroys the
has
concept, it's
manipulation negation.
No,
I was looking at his powers. They both have so much shit that it's so hard to scale
It's
them.
absurd. It's absurd.
So actually,
But-
while
does Rimuru have something that prevents his magic from being negated as well?
Yeah, like they both have the ability to or have means to protect themselves from being manipulated conceptually or have their powers negated. They both
Yeah.
It's wild.
They both just have a bunch of shit. And Rimuru basically ended up becoming the creator god of his universe. Created
Even-
everything.
Yeah.
He didn't become a god. His technical classification is true dragon.
Is it also magic technically? Like a lot of Rimuru's stuff, is that considered magic?
I think it
Yes.
is.
yeah, magic
It uses
and
an
skills.
energy similar to mana,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
different than the kind that he would encounter. Like for instance,
But is it
The
is it considered magic in general?
It's considered
it is
magic.
considered
Yeah.
magic.
Okay. Cuz like okay, so let me put this forward in a different light then. Even if we're not trying to let's not talk about like nullification, then let's talk about like the magic eyes of explosion, which allows him to recreate any magical formula, technique, or concept.
Mhm. I think the only part of Rimuru, beside the only parts of his abilities that aren't magic,
Is
Like-
the thing in his head. I forget what that's called.
the gluttony. He has
Raphael.
gluttony and
Oh.
Raphael.
And
You're
Raphael
welcome.
would
Thank you.
likely allow him to copy Anos' skills as well. And
So
then
let me
quickly-
interject right fast because I was thinking of one thing that actually could make this fight back to being, again, that 50-50. And that's their personality and style and actually battle
Tactics, experience.
tactics. So what I feel like that's a big thing because again it's kind of like Doctor Strange going up against Umamu in the movie. I mean Umamu could wipe the floor with Doctor Strange very easily. We all know that. Even Doctor Strange knows that. Creates him into time loop just to go ahead and beat him again using the tactical mindset that he has to catch him. I bring that in because I feel like Anos will not use his eyes off the bat. Every time all the battles that I remember watching him, he always kind of like he keeps himself ahead of his opponent of what he thinks their power level is. But he also just doesn't take it 100% serious. Whereas everything I've seen about Rimuru, he doesn't want to battle first. If he has to battle, then his mindset is I'm going to knock you out as fast as possible. And then in the earlier episodes, he's like, if I have to kill you, I have to kill you. That's fine. Towards the later episodes, after he loses, his waifu and all the other stuff, he started going in the adoption of I'm going to knock you out, I'm going to kill you, whichever one comes first, it's fine by me. So I feel like that's going to be a big game changer into this fight.
Hey,
And
Akuma is right too about what he said. I forgot that Rimuru had that. He has every ability of all of his followers.
yeah,
Everyone he's ever named, including all the demon lords, the god, like the demon of destruction that you mentioned earlier, that was like basically the Anos of their world, because she was also one of the dragon, like she was a child of the dragon god and whatnot, and she was also like a true dragon with just so much destructive power that like she was essentially like the Anos of their world. She becomes a follower of his, and I believe he would gain all of her like he gets all of their abilities because of the fact that they're his followers. They're basically, he named them. Well, okay, I don't remember exactly how they work, but like he has a connection with them. He gets all their powers, so you still technically have to take into account abilities of his followers too.
I don't think he gets their abilities.
No, he does. He does.
So I will say just by this thing, Rimuru has far more abilities than Anos. He has like a bit in pocket dimension, existence erasure, teleportation, space-time manipulation, law manipulation. I can't pronounce that word. Time manipulation, perception manipulation. So you can literally see into the future. Passive non-existence erasure, space-time manipulation, fear manipulation, absorption, durability negation, void manipulation, chaos manipulation, strategic amplification, life manipulation, space-time manipulation.
May I say something?
Yeah.
It feels like to me, while Anos would start off the fight not taking it seriously, with Future Sight and Raphael on his side, Rimuru would likely see the end of the fight pretty much immediately and take him seriously from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's where this fight would actually start to be fun, because if the fight draws out based off of those fucking eyes, I think Anos would win. And I think Rimuru would figure that out really fast, because yes, Anos is like a super genius, so he could do stuff fast. He could think very fast on his feet, and we've seen that in anime. It goes down to like Anos is still kind of caught off guard throughout the anime, whereas Rimuru, I don't really remember a time that he was really fully caught off guard.
Except for like the beginning.
Yeah, except for the beginning where he just wasn't taking things seriously. He just was getting used to the world. But towards the end of it, he was using the Great Sage and whatever their ability is. I don't
Raphael.
know.
And
Using
now imagine Raphael with Future Sight and basically knowledge of all of Anos' abilities as soon as the fight starts.
Yeah, and again, I think that would be where it would start to get interesting. I feel like, again, this fight, it's kind of like effective. It's like Batman versus anybody. If you give Rimuru time to prepare, he'll win. If you don't give him time to prepare, the Anos wins, and I think that's where it comes down to, because again, Rimuru does have his entities and can make copies of himself and all this other stuff. And again, I go back to he has one of his greatest abilities, which is gluttony.
Yeah. Which gets several upgrades. It becomes ridiculous. I remember it gets so ridiculously strong. But the way I see it going down, kind of myself too, is I agree with Roderick that Anos' shit is so ridiculous, and for the most part, it's just unfair against anybody. But it, like you were saying, if Rimuru takes it seriously and can kill Anos, he would kill him fairly quickly. Whereas by comparison, if it drags out, Anos will get the win, kind of thing.
And I think that's what's going to be my synopsis, because Roderick did point this out phenomenally well. Is the eyes are bullshit. I do apologize, Roderick. I should have looked into it more yesterday. I didn't know that they were
stupid, man.
I didn't know they were that fucking bullshit.
I'm telling you, that was literally the reason I was just like, it's not gonna be if we're saying, hey, we're starting at 100% for both of them. Nah, no chance, 0 chance. Absolutely 0, because he can use all the eyes at once. He doesn't have to swap between. No, it's all the powers at the exact same time. It's like Raphael being able to do all of Rimuru's powers at the exact same time, except Raphael and Rimuru can't handle that.
Alright, I'm going to make my outcomes right fast so I can get that ready.
But like we were talking about, you are right. I